Oh, y'all saw it. Sunday night. The game was crazy hype.
Yep.
I felt like it was everything that it was hyped up to be. From the halftime show, the game, Matt Stafford, Sean McVay. They've now forever cemented themselves in NFL history with that Lombardi.
Yep.
So what was your biggest takeaway from the game Sunday night?
My number one takeaway that I told a lot of people that this game was probably going to present, and even myself, because I was pulling hard for Cincinnati, and they played a good game for the most part. But the biggest thing is, we now know you can never spend too much on the trenches. Aaron Donald himself was literally raising hell every single play. And we knew that this type of thing was going to happen. We knew that there was going to be a Leonard Floyd presence. We knew that there was going to be a Von Miller presence. We knew that there were going to be pass rushers all over Joe Burrow's back. And I said it when we talked about the keys last week is, can you keep consistently 5 to 6 if you trust your man coverage enough on the back end to be in Burrow's face, because he'll stare down 4 to 5 blitzers all day. He doesn't have a problem doing that. But when it actually comes to Joe being able to hang in the pocket, they showed you that their trench work had been great, like it's always been, because they always have those correct people in the trenches on the right types of plays, and that is where the Bengals fell short. You can never spend too much money on the trenches, and the Bengals on the flip side need to spend too much money in the trenches. We talked about it when they took Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell. Jamar Chase still had a good Super Bowl, don't get me wrong, right? But Penei Sewell, I think in that moment, the way the game played out, because the Rams stalled for a long time. Imagine if you get that offensive line protection to not only let Burrow settle in, but let Joe Mixon as well do a little bit of work. And he didn't have, again, another decent Super Bowl game from really all of Cincinnati's star players. But, they could have done better with some extra protection there on the line. And unfortunately, Zach Taylor showed why he was on the hot seat walking into this year. I mean, the first drive of the game that Cincinnati had, a small pass play, 2nd and 1, shotgun run up the middle, 3rd and 1, exact same play. Do you not understand the defensive line that you're going against? There were so many boneheaded play calls in this game. And, let's just address the elephant in the room. If that face mask call doesn't happen, Cincinnati essentially has 150 yards for the entire game. So it wasn't a good look coaching-wise. It wasn't a good look in the trenches. And those are the two glaring takeaways for me after the Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm coming at it from a slightly different angle. Thinking that this is the second straight year that a defense has dominated the biggest moments of the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, last year we watched Patrick Mahomes just get completely annihilated.
Run for his life.
He got destroyed for the whole Super Bowl. To the point where they were like, well, that really wasn't the offense. The defense was the MVP of the game.
Right.
And we just watched again another Super Bowl game where it wasn't so much where the defense dominated to where they got blown out.
Right.
But in all the biggest moments of the game, there were sacks. It's like it wasn't even them picking off Joe Burrow. It was the defense of the front four.
Right.
Was so relentless.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every big play was a sack.
Right.
They dominated it. The last play, the 4th one, Jamar Chase wide open because Jalen Ramsey got burnt.
Right.
But Joe Burrow couldn't throw it.
Right.
Because of the defense. It's like the whole Super Bowl really weighed in on that one very small moment that could have changed within a second.
Our conversation that we're having today.
If he had been able to release that football,
yep,
we would be talking about where does Joe Burrow rank?
Right.
Completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Defense dominated all the key moments of the game. Meaning that was a lot of Aaron Donald. But I also just have to come in and say the referees did not cost Cincinnati the football game.
Right.
It's ridiculous. The holding call was legit. You saw it in real time. They showed you the replay about 5,000 times. You saw his hands around both sides of his waist. Clearly that looked like a hold. When you see it in super slow motion in 4K, then you're like, well, he didn't actually grab him and he didn't tug on him. How the hell is the ref supposed to see that in real time?
Right. Well, I chalked it up.
It looked like a hold.
Yeah.
It was a legit call. I mean, they could have let it go, but it was a legit call.
Yeah.
I mean, just like they let the face mask go on the Jalen Ramsey touchdown.
Boom.
They made that call.
Here's a gift.
The
LA.
calls were legit. It's
Right.
like, okay, there's one call that could have gone the other way on both sides. Y'all are even.
Right.
I mean, that wasn't why they lost.
Right.
Cincinnati got stopped on their last 4 or 5 drives of the game. They had the ball with plenty of opportunities, and they couldn't protect Joe. I mean, it was as simple as that.
Yep.
Cincinnati's defense, they don't get enough credit. I mean, they played a great football game, and they actually played a great all the way through the playoffs.
Right.
They showed up. It was just like, man, you can't fault them for everything. I mean, Eli Apple plays for the Rams. He was wearing the other jersey. Outside of him, they played an amazing football game.
Apple.
But I mean, the last takeaway I have from it is I know I got a lot of takeaways. Jalen Ramsey. He's actually just been living off the fear of his reputation.
Yeah.
He is not the corner that everyone says that he is. Quarterbacks are scared to throw at him. They won't throw at him. And then when they decide to, they kind of got the little happy feet, throw a bad pass, and then he'll make a play, and he makes a spectacle out of it. Joe Burrow treated him like, oh, you're supposed to be who? I mean, I felt like he threw at him as much as he possibly could. He's like, who are you on?
Right.
Like, oh, you got Higgins? I'm throwing to Higgins.
Yeah.
You want Chase? Throwing to Chase. And he completed most of them.
Right.
I mean, Jalen Ramsey only had one pass defense the entire game. They were catching balls on him left and right.
Yep.
So, I mean, from this point forward, I don't think quarterbacks are even going to be scared of him anymore.
Right.
It's like, nah, just go at him.
We got that national television tape. You like what you're putting on film, son? You like that?
Like,
You like what you're putting on film?
crazy, man. So